welcome back to my channel. So you read the title. Today is going to be an unpopular opinions video. Now, popular opinions, pretty much, it's my opinions, or everybody does it, is your opinions that you feel nobody really asked for them, but you're going to say them anyway. That's how I categorize unpopular opinions. But I did leave it on my community tab. Now, I just realized I had the community tab like yesterday. I was like, wait, why does it say create a post? So I'm going to be doing more community tabs often, and that's going to be the way for me to ask you guys like what videos you like to see. Now, I only had like 2 votes, but I felt like people were going to vote for the unpopular opinion. That was because people like to know those type of things. So that being said, that's why this got chose first. Somebody did ask for the natural hair bottle, but that's not what this video is about. I will do that video. My unpopular opinions is going to be social media only. This time around, I'm not doing categories, just social media. So I'm going to get straight into it. As you guys know, I like to plan things and write them down. So here is what I have written down. Number 1 is, why is it so hard for us to support each other? So this is not a support in that how I talk about supporting watching content. This is not even that. This is more so supporting other cultures and communities. And why I say that is because I noticed not too long ago I was on TikTok. And, you know, if you guys haven't heard, you know everything that's going on with the Asian community right now and all the Asian hate and deaths and all that stuff. So pretty similar to last year when it was us as black, a lot of our people were getting killed. And the reason why I'm even bringing this up is because I saw a comment on TikTok and I was like, are you really serious? So somebody was like pretty much like, we need to come together and, you know, raise awareness about the Asian community. And so, I mean, I personally have not spoke on it since it has happened, or since I've heard of it, but like it's just sad what happened to them. Just like last year when it was us, I don't feel like because it's not about us, we shouldn't support it. Like if you have that type of mentality, that's kind of messed up. And the reason why I said that because somebody was doing a video, I don't remember who was it, but it just happened to get on my feed on TikTok, and then somebody in the comments was like, oh, why should we support them or something like that? And I was like, and this is a person of color who said this, and I'm just like, so it's okay for us to support our people, but when something's happening, but when it's another community, it's not okay. I don't understand that logic, but people will always be trolling, and that's all I have to say on that. The next one is, we give too many clout on people that are doing a lot of things that are just like, I don't even know. That's nonsense. Not everything's nonsense, but it's like some things are just like real topics, and why do we support these people still? Like, why? So there's so many people I can even talk about, but whether it's YouTube couples and blah blah, which I've talked about before, but I really want to dwell on the biggest person that everybody's been talking about right now, and that's Derrick Jaxn. For those of you guys, maybe you live under their box and you didn't hear about, or you don't know about Derrick Jaxn. Pretty much Derrick Jaxn was the guy who was known for giving females and women, just women in general, advice, right? About like, you know, these are the type of men you should be with, and if you're not with these type of men, then you know that man, he's not good, blah 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 blah. Come to find out, he was one of those men that he was preaching not to be. He came I believe it was last week, he came out with a video basically saying like, I'm sorry that if I disappointed you. He had his wife that nobody knew. So I did know of him. So when it came out, I did know of him because I did see him in my feed sometimes, like on Facebook, and I did watch a few of his videos, but I wasn't watching him to the point where like I was following him, because you know, if you follow like a YouTube personality or any celebrity, you're gonna always see them on your feed basically, and you're always gonna get notifications if they make a post or stuff like that. So I wasn't following him, so I didn't know about it until somebody that I actually follow, I believe it was Kevin on Stage, who's like a Christian comedian. He does Christian jokes and other stuff on that side of all of that. He pretty much put it up, and he was talking about it, and he was like, oh, is this guy serious? Like, for me, what was worse was that people were not only making fun of his wife, because she basically didn't come on camera like presentable. She was just sitting there with what everybody thought it was bonnet, which I found out after watching more videos. She was actually not wearing a bonnet. You look closely, she's wearing like a kind of like a beanie hat, not a bonnet. But forget about her attire. Like, yes, I watched some of the videos where people were basically making like parodies, if you will, of you know, them how they were sitting, whatever. Like, honestly, she looked uncomfortable, and I really feel sorry for her. But I say all this to say, like, I think the craziest part of all of this, the whole situation, is that, one, he made another video of him reacting to his own video sitting there with his wife, talking about, oh, well, you know what, I should, you guys, you know, it is disappointing what he did, but, you know, for those who should support him, you know, support his book. So pretty much he writes a lot of books, and so he made a book talking about, like, healing in a relationship, blah, blah, blah. And so basically, I think this whole, to be honest, I think this whole video that he did last week was just to be a money scheme so that he could get females to now buy a book that's talking about, oh, so how do you heal from all of this and all that stuff. And I think it's unfortunate that he's still trying to, like, play around with people and make them pay him money. So believe it or not, he does still have a following on social media, so there are still women still backing him up and talking about, oh, because I did see comments like that, oh, you know, well, people make mistakes. But I feel like, I think about it this way. Like, if I didn't want somebody close to me, or me as a female, like, I wouldn't want that person to happen to me. Why would I encourage somebody who's doing it? That's kind of like enabling the person, saying, oh, that's great, you know, you're doing so good. Like, that's enabling it. And the fact that he even made a book talking about, yeah, now I have a book on how to get through that process, I was just like, come on now. But, like, I feel like majority of people have common sense and are common, like, he did the most, and then, but there are some people who are backing him, believe it or not, and also backing the wife. But at the end of the day, that's the wife's choice to stay. If she wants to stay, that's her business. But he put his business out there, and that's the thing with social media. You put your business out there, and everybody knows your business. That's it. Like, there's no coming back from, like, everybody knows it. Everybody's gonna share it. Everybody's gonna tell everybody. And so he put that out there, and now everybody knows. And it's unfortunate. I don't know, like, I didn't even know he had kids either, so I don't know if he has daughter, son, whatever, but, like, can you imagine, like, whatever ages their kids are, like, if he does have a daughter, for her to see her father being this type of person to her mom, it's kind of, like, messed up. Or even his sons, if he has sons. I don't know, like, I've never seen his kids, so, like, when she said, oh, I took the kids and left, I was like, kids? He had kids too? So I don't know, but that was a whole thing in itself, and I feel like just too much clout is being placed upon celebrities sometimes, or YouTube personalities, or whatever you would like to call them, because there's so many different names, influencers. We gotta stop encouraging it. If you see toxic people, don't, like, just stop, unsubscribe. I personally, like, if I see something like that, I would unsubscribe to the person. I was never subscribed to them, but I'm just saying in general, like, there's a lot of these, even the YouTube couples, I've said this before, like, they do a lot of stuff, and I'm just like, you have, like, a generation after you, I guess Gen Z now? What are they? Yeah, Gen Z. I'm a millennial, so I don't know. They're Gen Z. Anyway, they're, like, watching you guys do all this stuff. So it's like, what are you as a person? How are you being a role model to them? You're just showing them that it's okay to do certain things, and it's okay to accept certain things, when I don't think it is. But again, to each his own. So that's that. The next thing is, so this is more so, I think this was happening a lot. I noticed the last month. Some of these challenges, I'm sorry, like, I'm gonna say this, and this is no, because me as a female, this is no disrespect to any females, but, and I'm not going against body shaming, none of that. I'm all for body positivity, loving your body the way it is, however it is. But I'm sorry, like, that silhouette challenge, no, that was a challenge where I was just like, this is a bit too much. I just kept on seeing it for a good while, especially last month. Yeah, it was definitely last month. This month I didn't really see it much, but last month it was like literally like millions. It felt like millions. Like, all I would do is scroll down my feed and I'll see another person doing a silhouette challenge, and I'm like, come on, guys. I mean, yes, I know it's a challenge, and it's like, at the end of the day, it's your page. Just like at the end of the day, it's my page. I choose what to post on my page. Oh yeah, so of course people are entitled to post whatever, like, by all means. I'm not gonna follow people. Like, I didn't go and, like, unfollow you because you did it, but I just did it. Personally, I didn't like any of them. I just kept on scrolling, because I'm like, in my mind, it's not even, like, about the fact that they're posting it. Like, that's your page. That wasn't my issue. My main issue is, like, again, like, on the social media platform, it's not only adults. Like, I'm 25, but there's not only adults on social media. There's other there's kids, because that's one thing these social media platforms don't know how to do, is filter if this person is a kid or not. So any kid can go online and say they were born in whatever year and have an Instagram account and have a Facebook account and have, I personally didn't do it, but I know people, like, when I first started Facebook, there were people like in my age range who had a Facebook way before they were supposed to, because they just lied about their age to get on the Facebook platform at the time. Because, you know, I mean, I'm still on Facebook, but back then, like when I was in high school, Facebook was like the thing. Everybody was on Facebook. But so the reason why I'm saying that is because now, and not only Facebook, even TikTok, because I've seen it all on TikTok too. And like, I understand, like, okay, we're all gonna join the challenge because we're promoting body positivity, but at the same time, I'm like, you don't know who's watching this. It could be like a 10-year-old for all we know watching this. Like, I feel like it's something that is too inappropriate to be putting on social media, in my opinion. And again, this is my opinion, but I just feel like if we're gonna do something like that, it should not be something where it is. And again, you're gonna be like, well, then you shouldn't have your child on, because I don't have children, but I'm just talking about it as if I'm just thinking about the generation after us and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. That's just my opinion. Take it or leave it. We can agree to disagree, but that was just my main thing about the whole thing, because it's just like, you don't know who else is watching you on the platform. You're here like doing all this, and I'm just like, why was this even a challenge? I don't even know. Still this day, I still don't even know who started the challenge. But I just feel like, and it's not only that challenge, there's so many other challenges that I'm questioning, like, why was this made a challenge, and why are we hyping it up so much? I don't understand. And it's funny that I'm even mentioning this, because normally you wouldn't see, I feel like, at least, I don't know, maybe on my side, I mostly have females that follow me, but there was one male in particular, I remember he literally did a whole post about it, and talking about, like, you know, all these stuff, you know, all these females doing all these challenges, but at the end of the day, like, certain men wouldn't want to date you for that. And I don't know, I can't say because I'm not a male, but I was just like, it was interesting to see his perspective as a male to say that. Like, he was like, that's not cute. Like, he did a whole video on it, and you know, of course he's like, let me know in the comments, how do you feel about it? And you know, some people were like, I totally agree 100%, and some people were like, well, you know, that's their choice, and da-da-da-da-da. So, like, I'm on the fence, because yes, it's their choice, and yes, again, they can do whatever they like, but at the same time, I'm also on the thing of, you're allowing other people other than your age range that's going to see these type of stuff, and they're all just there, and they're like, oh, this is cool. No, it's not cool. So, that's just my take on that. The next thing is, I think I kind of touched base on this, about TikTok being kind of a toxic platform. It depends on what side of TikTok you reach on. I feel like I'm on the goofy side. Like, I don't feel like I'm in a specific niche of TikTok, because my feed is like filled with people that I follow, and then also, you know, how with every social media platform, the platforms always feed you stuff that you normally watch. So I like to watch the dances. I'm personally on my personal TikTok, I'm not a dancer. That's not my ministry. Singing is, so you might catch me singing on TikTok, or I'll do some natural hair, beauty, lifestyle, all that stuff that is in my niche. But I think I only have like one like dance, if you will, on there. I'm not a dancer, but I like to watch them. I think for anything, TikTok is good for the part that, like, you know, I see a lot of families on there coming together, doing different videos. It's all great, but the only thing I don't like about TikTok is I feel like some people can get crazy in the comments. Of course, trolls, normally trolls, and again, I don't want to say it comes with territory, but it comes with territory. You put yourself out there on social media, and people are gonna have their comments, and they're gonna have their things and their negative things to say, and like, you just gotta push through and be like, okay, have a great day. Some people will address it. Some people will just be like, whatever, you're blocked. So it just depends. But that's the only thing I don't like about TikTok. That the negative energy, like, you'll see like a lot of positive energy, but then there's just always that one person who has to be negative for no reason. It's like, you literally sit on your phone or your computer or whatever, and you sit there and be negative, but you got no profile picture. Again, it's always the people with no profile picture, just sitting behind phones and cameras or whatever they do to make a negative comment. For what reason? How does it benefit you? by putting somebody else down. I don't get it. I really don't. I don't. But tomato, tomato. The next thing I have is, oh, this one. Ooh, please stop telling content creators, small, big, middle, whatever, if they got 100 followers, if they got 300, if they got 1,000, if they got a million. Please stop telling content creators what to do on their pages. Now, let me flat out say this. I am all for suggestions, and that's why I ask for them. But normally some people don't give me suggestions. So we put what we want to put on our page because it is our page. This is why we created our brand, for that reason. But what I cannot tolerate is people coming in the comments talking about, well, I don't like that you did this, or why did you do this? Like, you shouldn't do this in your video. Like, this is not your video. There's one thing being constructive criticism, and there's another thing telling people what to do in the most disrespectful way. Like, it's just, and then you like really sit there and think like, is this person really serious? That's normally what I do. And it's not only me, because I've seen the comments on other people's videos and other content creators that I've talked to, and we're just like, for you to sit there and spend your day saying something negative, or saying, oh, like, well, you know, you could have done this better, or I didn't really like that. Like, again, entitled to your opinion, but it's just the way that people say it. It's just the disrespect. It's just not needed. And if you want to be disrespectful, like, you're gonna get blocked. Either you're gonna get blocked, or the person's gonna reply to you, or like, for me, I'm gonna be honest. I'll tell you, somebody in my like comment told me, oh, which is understandable, but it's just the way you say it, like, that glasses give a glare. Now everybody knows this. I don't think it's a big issue, because a lot of people, I've seen a lot of people's videos, you know, if you wear the glasses, you got the circle around your glasses. Like today I'm not wearing my glasses, but sometimes I wear my glasses because I'm not always wearing makeup, and I need my glasses to see. I do not have 20/20 vision. I need my glasses to see. And somebody was like, oh, well, you know, maybe don't wear your glasses, pretty much, because the glare is annoying, or something like that. And I'm like, then you don't have to watch. Like, that's the thing people don't understand. Like, yes, I know we put ourselves on the platform for people to watch our videos 2 minutes long, which is fine. But if something's bothering you, like, and I do it too, even being on this platform, if I watch somebody's video, like, them having glare on their glasses is not going to bother me, because I understand it and I get it, so it's not going to make me, oh, I'm clicking off the video. But if it's something that I don't like, maybe something the person's saying I don't like, I'm not going to go into their comment section, I didn't like this, I don't like that. I'm just going to kindly click the X button and exit the video. That's all you have to do. And so, that's my take. Like, I feel like there's one thing with constructive criticism, in terms of maybe, okay, maybe you should try this for your background or something like that. If somebody told me that, okay. But for you to just be like, oh, I don't like that, or, oh, this, I don't like you're lying. The best is when the person is telling you like you're lying and you're not being truthful or something like that in your video and your content, and they just hopped on one video. Have you been watching me for a while? This is not for me personally. I'm just saying across the board. Like, when I see other content creators' videos, and I'm just like, and it's funny, like, I always say it in my head, but it's true. Like, a lot of these people, though, again, probably do not have channels, and we get it. You don't have channels, so you don't know the time that it takes for us to sit here and do all the background editing and stuff like that. And of course, sometimes we're not gonna have the biggest energy. Maybe you didn't like my energy today, or something you don't like that I say every time. I try not to say it. But, and sometimes you just want to be authentic, so we're not going to cut off every single thing. So, because I think when it comes to YouTube, or just any platform, people want to always see, like, on social media, if we're being honest, is like your best self. If you don't look makeup all the time, and I don't wear makeup all the time, but makeup all the time, your hair is laid, and all this stuff, like, we can't come on social media and be plain bare face, have messy hair, or whatever the case may be. So it's like, why? But yeah, that's just my thing. I just feel like there's just a way to do it, and when you're disrespectful, it doesn't go well, and it's just like, I don't know. But you know, we lose that viewer, it's not a big deal, like, because at the end of the day, it's like, you spent your time to sit there and write that disrespectful comment for what? Oh, so I guess I talk about a lot of negative stuff, so let's talk about positivity things. For me, Facebook, I think, is the best group. Is the best social media platform, in my opinion, for people who are trying to network with other fellow influencers, because I've been on a lot of groups, and yeah. So that's my tip, I guess. But yes, Facebook is definitely, I met a lot of content creators through Facebook groups, if that. And so that's what I would say with social media. Also, I guess Instagram too, but I'm leaning more to Facebook because I met a lot of people on Facebook. But I did meet some cool people. I have met some cool people on Instagram as well that, you know, that I like and that I'm cool with. Let's see. YouTube has become my second TV, I feel like. Aside from anything like Netflix or Disney Plus or something like that, I have not watched regular TV for years. Like, I think it's been like 2 or 3 years. I have not looked at the actual, you know how when I used to watch, what's that show, like Empire, when Empire was out, I used to like watch that, and then also This Is Us. Last year I would frequently watch it, but then I stopped watching it at the set time. I would just go back and watch it later, like after it aired. So I have not physically watched a show like when it aired. Like, you know, you sit there, like, you're waiting for the show to come out, whatever, it's 8 o'clock or whatever. I have not sit there. YouTube has become my TV. If it's not YouTube, I'm on another, like, social media entertainment platform like Netflix, or, like I said, Disney Plus, or Tubi, or whatever else I have on my Roku. That's what I'm on. And it's crazy how there's been such a shift in TV. Like, I haven't watched regular TV. Unless it's certain things like a big news thing that I'm interested in watching. I have not watched physical TV. I don't know how many other people can relate, but YouTube has really, I think, just probably me becoming a content creator has made me also be on there a lot. But then again, I have 2 separate YouTube, you know, channels. Well, I have one, let me rephrase that. I have one YouTube channel, which is this channel, but I have another account that I go or have my subscriptions to, like, all those personal people that I was subscribed to before I even personally created my own channel. So those are, like, the bigger YouTubers that I'm subscribed to, and I watch them on that. I kind of keep them separate because then I feel like it just mixes up with everybody. So I'm kind of happy that I kept them separate, apart from my personal channel subscriptions. So on there, I have to sit there and catch up, because some days I'm so enamored and focused on the content that I have to create and other things and doing other things and trying to engage with other people that I don't get to catch up on them. So I have to go back into that other account, and I'm sitting there like, okay, so what's going on with these people? What is going on with these people? And so, yeah, that's what YouTube has become my second TV for that reason, because I will just go through and watch other people and catch up on all the videos that I haven't seen, and yeah. And then you could just be sitting there for hours, because maybe if you missed like 5 or 10 videos, you're like, oh, I want to see what happened next, and I want to see this, what happened next, and what happened next. Let's see. Oh, and the last one, I guess this would be negative, not really. Pinterest. Can somebody really tell me? So I know I heard Pinterest is useful, but I don't. Maybe because I'm not on it often. That's on me. I just really got into Pinterest late last year as well. Same thing with TikTok. But like, at least TikTok, I see some, you know, likes are coming in, starting to build something. But I mean, I don't have a huge following like these people with 1 million or however big their following is. But then again, I think it's all like with every platform, consistency, more videos, more likes, and then maybe bring more people and more following to your platform or your page or whatever you would like to call it, your channel. But for Pinterest, I don't know. It's not, because the thing with Pinterest is like you're putting out your, like, for example, so like I know people say you can promote YouTube, which I've done that. So I did a couple of videos, but again, I haven't been consistent on Pinterest. So but the thing with Pinterest is they'll tell you like, okay, this is how many people saw it. This is how many people shared it. How many people actually viewed it. It tells you all of that for each thing that you upload. So I think that's the beauty of Pinterest. But I think maybe I have to be on there on a more consistent basis. But with me being on so many other platforms, like Pinterest has become like, it just goes to the back burner because it's something that I don't, I guess because I'm not seeing as much traffic. But then again, I'm not as consistent. So it's just kind of like, okay, forget about that. let me focus on another platform, let me work on another platform that I know I'm getting some type of traffic on, because on here I'm not really getting any platform. But honestly, I really want to know, like, how, if you are on Pinterest and you actually really started seeing like a lot of momentum, whether it's people who said, you know, I saw you on Pinterest and I followed you, or I subscribed to you, or I followed your Instagram or whatever, like, how did that work out for you? If you are a content creator, like, did you see any growth, or it was just like, yeah, there's no growth here? I really would like to know, because I would like to establish more of a platform on Pinterest. I know what Pinterest is. I used to go on there like more so because, you know, you can get like cool DIY ideas and just hairstyles and all that stuff on there. But I soon found out, well, I didn't soon, I later found out that you can also use it as a way to bring traffic towards your other platforms. And so yeah, but I don't even know how long this video is. That is it. I went through my whole list. Some of them I talked longer than the others because I just had to express my opinion. That's why it's an unpopular opinion. Let me know your thoughts and your opinions on some of the topics that I mentioned. Again, don't get crazy in the comments, because then I'll just have to block the comment or delete the comment. But let's have a serious conversation about some of these things. Like, what do you think about some of the things that I mentioned? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Just be respectful. Like I said, please be respectful in the comments. And yeah, that's all I have to say. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification button, subscribe button if you enjoyed this video.